Greetings, I am Herbert Erpaderp, and today we're at Leichhardt Park. Well, next to Leichhardt Park to visit the West Ipswich and 1 Mile War Memorial, which you probably won't be surprised to learn is in 1 Mile. This memorial is on Old Toowoomba Road just outside of West Ipswich. If you plan to visit this memorial, there's parking on the other side of the park on Ernest Street, which is rather convenient considering how busy that main road can be. As you can see, this is another obelisk-style memorial which, while not as interesting as the diggers, is still fascinating. What I find quite interesting about this particular one is the paving on the ground. It looks as though it's intended to represent the rising sun badge that the army uses, an example of which can be found at the top of this obelisk. I'm not sure if that is actually the intention, but that's what it makes me think of. All the stuff around this memorial looks fairly modern, and the reason for that is, well, it is. While the obelisk itself was put up in 1917, this is not its original location, and it was moved here between late 2003 and early 2004. The old obelisk and new paving and garden blend together quite well, in my opinion. The garden behind the memorial is a bunch of olive trees, or at least that's what I'm led to believe they are. I'm no tree mechanic, so I wouldn't know. Also behind the obelisk we find this pair of plaques. The first tells us this World War I memorial commemorative plaque was unveiled by Major General Ash Power, which I have to say is a really cool name, on Saturday the 3rd of September 2005. It also tells us the original location, and that it was moved on the 16th of April 2004. So it was a fairly long time since this was moved and then re-unveiled. The smaller plaque below this one says, "The olive tree is a symbol of hope and peace. They are planted here in remembrance of the men and women of this community who fought and died for our freedom." I think that it's pretty neat to have them planted here, and I wonder if they actually grow olives. I didn't check if there were any. There was only one thing about my visit here that was disappointing, and that's the fact that I couldn't fly my drone. This is why. Well, not this specific individual plane, it's because this is very close to the Amberley Air Force Base, which is obviously a no-fly zone for drones. I mean, I'm pretty happy that I got this shot, it's pretty cool, but I think this memorial would look pretty interesting from above, and drone shots would have been cool. Anyway, as you can see, this obelisk is fairly tall. The plaques on the front and rear of the memorial list 55 names, 8 of whom were killed. Let us now take a minute of silence to appreciate the sacrifices these people bravely made. The silvery, hard-to-read plaque is dedicated to those who served in World War II, and there are another 50 names here, unless I counted wrong. It can be found on the low grey brick wall on the left side of the main obelisk. Unfortunately, I don't have any extra information about that plaque. Anyway, that's the West Ipswich and 1 Mile War Memorial. Let's watch that plane circle past again. I hope you found this interesting. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the comments section below. If you've not done so already, why not subscribe, follow, ring the bell, become a patron or YouTube member, or maybe just come say hi on Discord or Twitch. Links to all of my things are in the description below, and as always, I shall return soon. So until then, be excellent to each other, and thank you for watching. Farewell.